Hi guys, I'm Mentor Mark, and today we're going to discuss fractions, decimals, and percents. So these are just ways to represent parts of a whole. So actually, ayun nga, repackaged ways lang sila of representing parts of a whole. So kailangan, alam natin kung paano sila i-convert sa isa't isa. So in this video, magko-cover tayo ng overview ng bawat isa at kung paano natin sila i-convert from one to the other. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about fractions. So fraction, again, is just a way to represent part of a whole. So sa fraction, you represent them this way. May two numbers separated by a line. Ano yung parts ng fractions? Meron tayong numerator, yung nasa taas. This is the part being considered. 3 parts. Yung denominator naman, ayun yung total parts of the whole. So itong whole part ay divided equally into 4 parts. As another example, if ikaw nakakuha ka ng isang slice of an 8-slice pizza, you actually got 1 slice of an 8-slice pizza. 1/8. Ngayon, ano yung mga different types of fractions? So let's cover these 3 muna. Improper fraction basically says na yung numerator must be smaller than the denominator. So example ay 3/4. Next, improper fractions. Sinasabi lang dito, yung numerator is just larger or equal to the denominator. So pwedeng 4/4 or 5/4. Improper fraction sila. Next, mixed numbers. So basically, combination lang to na isang whole number tsaka a fraction. So example ay 1 and 3/4. That is a mixed number. Another way to call them are mixed fractions. Actually, improper fractions and mixed numbers are the same thing but just formatted in different ways. So paano natin i-convert sila sa isa't isa? So let's have an example. Meron tayong improper fraction na 7/4. Paano ito magiging mixed number? So ang gagawin lang natin is to do division. 7 divided by 4. Kapag divide natin siya, we get a whole number na 1 and the remainder of 3. So yung whole number na 1, keep natin yun as the whole number ng mixed fraction. Tapos yung remainder, keep natin siya as the numerator of the mixed fraction form. And then we copy the denominator. Paano naman kung mixed number to improper fraction? So what we just do is multiply the denominator, the whole number, so that's 4 times 1 equal to 4. Tapos, i-add natin siya sa 3. So, 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Then, we just copy the denominator. Ganun yung conversion to improper fraction. Now, let's cover the last set of type of fractions. So, meron tayong similar fractions. These are just fractions na same yung denominator. So, 1/4 and 3/4. Similar fractions sila. So, paano naman yung dissimilar fractions? Sila naman ay with different denominators. So, merong 1/4, let's say 1/3. Yan, dissimilar fractions sila. Lastly, equivalent fractions. So, these are fractions na different yung numerator and denominator, pero actually equal yung value nila. So, let's explain it using a visual. So, let's say na nakuha mo yung 4 slices ng isang 8-slice pizza. But equivalently, nakuha mo lang din yung 1/2 ng pizza, di ba? So, actually, we can say na equivalency 4/8 tsaka 1/2. And we can actually mathematically prove that by factoring si 4, yan ang 4 times 1, tapos si 8 ng 4 times 2. Pag kinancel out natin yung common factor na 4, you get that 1/2. Actually, you can convert dissimilar fractions into similar fractions. First step is to find the least common multiple ng denominators natin. So, yung 18 tsaka 12. In order to find the LCD, we have to turn them into their prime factored form. So, basically, break down natin sila into their prime factors. So, ito ay 3 times 3 times 2. Ito naman ay 2 times 2 times 3. Tapos, simplify ko lang ulit. This is 3 squared times 2. Tapos, ito naman ay 2 squared times 3. So, for the LCD, list down natin lahat ng mga unique numbers na present dito sa numbers involved. So, meron tayong 2 na nakita, meron din tayong 3 na nakita. Then, i-copy natin yung highest exponent na may kita for that number. So, for example, yung 2, meron tayong 2 raised to 2, tsaka 2 raised to 1. Ano yung higher? Yung 2 raised to 2. So, we keep 2 raised to 2. Sa 3, meron tayong 3 raised to 1, meron tayong 3 raised to 2. Yung higher ay 3 raised to 2. So, yung LCD natin ay 2 squared times 3 squared. This is just 4 times 9 or 36. Yung LCD ay 36. Now, let's convert them to their equivalent fractions with the denominator na 36. So start tayo sa 1 over 18. So gagawin natin ay divide 36 by 18. So that is just 2. Kasing 2, multiply natin by 1. So that becomes 2 lang. Similarly, 36 divided by 12, that becomes 3. 3 times 1 is just 3. So ayan yung equivalent fractions nila. Tapos ngayon, these fractions are now considered as similar fractions to each other. Now, how do we operate fractions? So, sa addition and subtraction, simple lang. Make sure na similar fractions sila. If hindi, convert mo sila sa similar fractions. Then, add or subtract the numerators. Copy the denominator. So, how do we do that? So, meron tayong kanina, gamitan yung 2 over 36. Tapos, plus natin siya sa 3 over 36. Copy the denominator since similar na sila. Tapos, simply add the denominator. Sa multiplication naman, tapatan lang. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So for this one, that is 18. 2 times 9, 18. 3 times 4, 12. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos dito. For every operation ng fractions, always simplify yung end answer mo. So for this one, meron siyang common factor kay 12 na 6. So, ito ay 6 times 3. So, ito naman si 12. 6 times 2. Cancel out natin yan. Yung final answer natin dapat ay 3 over 2. Paano naman pag-division of fractions? So, actually, copy lang natin yung first fraction. Change natin to multiplication siya. Tapos, kunin natin yung reciprocal nung second fraction. So, from 9/4 magiging 4 over 9. Tapos, proceed lang sa multiplication of fractions. So, this is just 8 times 27. Wala na silang common factor sa isa't isa. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Now, let's proceed sa decimals. So, ito naman, representing parts of a whole in base 10. So, ano yung sabihin nito? So, recall mo natin yung place values. So, di ba yung mga digits, may place value sila. Yung number, pwede siyang i-decompose or i-break down in terms of the digit times their place value. So, for example, meron tayong 920. Pwede natin siyang i-break down into 9 times 100 kasi hundreds placement si 9 plus 2 times 10 since si 2 ay nasa 10 tens unit. Si 0 times 1 naman yung last kasi 0 yung ones digit natin. Same concept lang din sa decimals. Pero iba na yung tawag sa mga place values nila. So dito, so ito yung ones diba? O yung units. After nyan ay tenths. THS. After nyan ay itawag na hundreds. And so on. So paano yung decomposition niya? So meron tayong 0 times 1 kasi ones natin ay yung 0. Tapos, after niya is 2. Pero yung multiplier niya, this is 1 over 10 kasi tenths yung place value ni 2. Lastly, si 5 is times 100 kasi hundreds yung place value niya. Now, how do we operate decimals? Start muna tayo sa addition or subtraction. So, same concept lang sila. Make sure na aligned yung decimal points ng dalawang numbers. So, ayan, make sure na tapatan sila. So, yung sagot din, dapat tapatan yung decimal point. Tapos, proceed with addition or subtraction as usual. Kung may napapansin kayo, may blank space dito. Pag may nakita kayong blank space, that is just a hidden na 0. Add na lang natin. This becomes 3, 7, decimal point, 5. Sa multiplication of decimals naman, multiply natin as if they are whole numbers. So, ignore natin na may decimal point sila. So, for this one, proceed lang tayo with multiplication. Ayan, this is just 1 times 3, 1 times 2, times 3, 1 times 2. This is 3, 5, 2. 253. Now, what we do next is, we count the total number of decimal points sa factors. So, meron tayong 1, that's 1 decimal point. So, meron tayong 2 total decimal points. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung product, kailangan may 2 decimal points siya. Starting from the original placement ng decimal point, kasi kunwari whole number daw siya muna, dito yung decimal point ng whole numbers lagi. So, move natin siya, 2 decimal places to the left. So, 1, 2. Kasi ayun yung count natin kanina. So, yung sagot dapat ay 2.53 as the product nitong 2 numbers na to. Next, how do we divide decimals? So for this one, make sure muna natin na whole number yung divisor, yung the one na nasa right side. If hindi, shift natin yung decimal point in such a way na magiging whole number na siya. So for this one, move natin siya once, magiging 2 na siya. And then, i-shift natin yung decimal point nung dividend din in the same number of places na ginawa natin sa divisor. So for this one, since once tayo gumalaw, once din yung galaw nung decimal point. So this one. So magiging 1.5 divided by 2 na siya. Now let's divide as usual na. So for this one, 1 divided by 2, hindi yan pwede. So mag-iwan tayo ng 0 here. Tapos lagay na rin natin yung decimal point. Make sure na align siya. So for this one, try natin i-divide naman 15 divided by 2. That is 15 divided by 2. That becomes 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 15 minus 14, that leaves us with 1. Yan. 1 divided by 2, hindi yung pwede. Pero as needed, pwede tayong maglagay ng zeros right after the decimal point. So, i-bring down lang natin yung 0. So, we now have 10 divided by 2, that is just 5. 5 times 2, 10. 10 minus 10, that is 0. Yung sagot natin, yung quotient natin ay 0.75. Let's now move to percents. So, ano ba yung percents? These are just representation of parts per 100. Kaya nga, percent siya. Percent. So, cent, di ba, related siya sa century. Yan. Century, which is just 100 years. Di ba? Yan. So, kung meron tayong 50%, equivalent yun sa 50 per 100. Yan. 50 over 100, which is just 0.5. So, percents, meron tayong mga concepts like percentage, rate, and base na related sa isa't isa. So, ano nga ba sila? So, unahin mo natin yung base. Base is the whole. Ayan, yung whole part. Kabuuan, the complete part. Ngayon, yung rate naman, siya yung ratio. Yung amount na pinapartition natin yung whole. Usually, katabi niya yung symbol na percent. Okay? Pag may nakita kang percent, automatically rate yon. Next is yung percentage. This is the result of taking the percent, di ba? Percentage. Ibig sabihin yan, result of. Just as an easy mnemonic para matandaan niyo siya. Okay? Madalas kasi pag-confusean yung percentage tsaka rate. Si rate, katabi niya yung percent. Si percentage, yung result nung taking a percent. Yung main relationship nila sa isa't isa is shown by this formula. Yung percentage is always equal to rate times base. So, ano example natin dito? So, what is 20% of 50? Yung 20%, that is the rate. Kasi katabi niya yung percent. Yung 50, that is yung base. Kasi kinukuha natin yung part nito eh. So, automatically siya dapat yung base. So, this is just 20% times 50. When we operate percents, it is best to convert them to decimals. So dito, to convert them to decimals, move the decimal place 2 points to the left. So magiging 0.20 or 0.2 na lang of 50. Tapos proceed na tayo sa multiplication of decimals. So this is just 50 times 0.2, 0 times 10, 1 decimal point. So equal to sa 10. As you can see, nire-represent natin yung percentage, rate, and base relationship through this triangle right here. So, paano ba natin siya gagamitin? So, pag missing yung percentage, nakikita natin na, ayan, ang gagawin na natin is rate times base. Ngayon, kung missing yung rate, ang gagawin natin dyan ay percentage over base. So, as an example, ayan, what percent of 8 is 1? So, what percent of 8? Kung mapasin yung of 8 na yan, yung of na yan, clue yan na base yung 8. Tapos, ito na ay automatically percentage. Kasi hinahanap yung percent, so obviously, rate yon. So with that, percentage rate is equal to percentage, yung 1 over 8. So this is just 1 divided by 8. So add tayo ng zeros here. So 10 divided by 8, that's 1. So 8, 2, 20. 20 divided by 8, that is 2. 2 times 8, that is 16. Tapos 4, add pa tayo ng isang 0 and bring down yung 0. 40 divided by 8, that is 5. 5 times 8, 40, 0. So, ayan ay equal to 0.125. Pero hinahanap yung percent. So, percent form. To change this to percent form, move lang natin yung decimal point 2 places to the right. So, ito ay 12.5%. So, 1 is just 12.5% of 8. Paano naman kung missing yung base? So, from the triangle, missing yung base, we have percentage divided by the rate. So, for example, 96 is 80% of what number? So, dito, 80%, that is the rate. Tapos yung may off, katabi ng off niya ay, natin, palagi ay base, diba? So, this 96 is just yung percentage. So, with that, we have B equals 96 divided by 80% or 0.8 in decimal form. So, ayan ay 96 divided by 0.8. Remember na kapag decimals, yung divisor, kailangan gawin natin siyang whole number. Kapag ginawa natin yon, si 96 magiging 960. So with that, this becomes 8. Tapos si 96 becomes 960. Let's proceed. 9 divided by 8, that is 1. 8 leaves us with 9. Bring down 6. This is 2. 2 times 8, 16. 0. Meron pa tayong 0 sa baba. So, bring down natin yan. 0 divided by 8, that is just 0. 0 times 0. So, that is equal to 120. 96 is 80% of 120. you've seen me convert percent to decimals, decimals to percents kanina. So, paano ba yung buong conversion process ng fraction, decimals, and percent? So, kung meron tayong 0.25 as the decimal, para maging percent siya, as you've seen kanina, move lang natin siya 2 places, yung decimal point to the right, that becomes 25, tapos add tayo ng percent symbol. Pabalik, hanapin lang natin yung decimal point, which is right here, tapos move natin siya 2 decimal places to the left. Lagi yan. Now, paano naman kung decimal to fraction? So, sabi dito, decimal to fraction, all digit, disregarding yung decimal point as the numerator. So, ito lang naman yung 0.25 or 25 as the numerator, and then yung rightmost place value as the denominator. So, ano yung pinaka-right digit? That is 5. And this is hundreds. So, yung denominator ay over 100. And as a general rule, sa fractions, always simplify tayo. For this one, 25 over 100, that's just 25 over 25 times 4. So, magka-cancel out yung 25. That leaves us with 1/4. Paano pag fraction to decimal? Simply divide the numerator by the denominator. Simpleng long division process lang siya. Next, fraction to percent. Gagawin mo lang, convert to decimal. Ayun nga, yung long division process. Tapos, convert mo siya into percent. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Add percent symbol. Paano kapag percent to fraction? Copy mo lang tong digit ng percent, tapos write over 100, which is just ito. So, tatanggalin lang natin yung percent symbol. Ayun yung buong conversion process niya. So, ayan, tapos na tayo sa lesson natin. So, ano ba yung mga key takeaways natin? So, once again, fraction, decimal, percents are just repackaged ways on how to represent a whole. So, ibig sabihin nun, convertible sila from one to the other, as shown sa triangle natin kanina. Tapos, specifically, yung fractions, na-cover natin yung types and yung operation rules, as well as sa decimals, operation rules din. Sa percents naman, na-cover natin yung difference and relationships ng percentage, rate, and base. Yung mga itong bagay na to, ma-encounter nyo sila palagi, almost always sa computation aspects ng college entrance exams. Mapa science man yan or mathematics. Even in reading comprehension sa mga infographic analysis, may kita nyo yan. So, kailangan well-informed na kayo sa mga concepts na to. If you have any more questions, comment them below. And if you'd like to see more videos like these, subscribe ka na. See you sa next episode.